Good afternoon, everybody. It's 1:15 here on this wet Tuesday afternoon. Barry Field with you in the studio. And today we're going to be talking about, well, this afternoon, rather, we're going to be talking about how not to plan an outing and what you shouldn't do if you can't plan an outing properly. And with me now to open the afternoon session, good afternoon to my offsider.
Good afternoon, Barry, and good afternoon, viewers.
Well, let's talk about not how to plan an outing, or should I rephrase, how not to plan an outing. You shouldn't plan an outing if you don't know where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. Here's my offsider now with her opening quote about this.
Yeah, if you don't know how to get to a certain place, how are you going to get there? So
Well,
make sure you know.
Because it's no good not having a GPS or the correct address, because for all the drivers know when you could be going to Newcastle, well, you need to have permission to take the buses out of the Sydney region. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, make sure you have maps with you on your phone, or if you are using a GPS, make sure the GPS is updated. Sometimes if you don't update the GPS, it doesn't know certain roads and it gets confused.
And also, if you are planning to take a bus out of the Sydney area, consult with your site manager. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, always refer back to your manager about things like that because they need to know where everyone is.
Because you can't just get in the bus and say to your offsiders, let's go to Newcastle, because you need to have a meeting to decide whether it is feasible and how far to Newcastle it's going to be, and consider the options about how long the clients can sit in a CPA van. And that's not how you should plan an outing. You should not ever just do what you want to do. You have to have a meeting about planning the outing, and it must be done properly. Here's my offsider now.
Yeah, you really need to make sure that you have a meeting and plan out and ask your manager, because mostly your manager will know what's best for the clients and you might not, and they need to know exactly where everyone is in case there's an emergency.
And also, consider what time you are planning to go to your destination, because Newcastle is an hour's drive from Sydney. I would think so. If you were gonna plan this outing, you would need to nut it out, have a meeting a week beforehand, and send a memo to the houses about what time you would plan to pick the members up at their houses. It's no good just going ahead with the outing, because things can go pear-shaped even before the outing. Here's my offsider for her comment on this.
Yeah, you'll be less stressed also if you just make sure everything's correctly planned, because if you're just doing things, you're going to be in a stressful environment for the clients and for yourself, because you won't know what's happening.
And in case too, where if you get to a destination and you've driven all that way and you find it's not wheelchair accessible, then you've wasted all that fuel and effort to get to that destination. So don't just go without making inquiries, because we have said this a number of times on the show, how to plan an outing and staying safe in the community too. Don't just assume that everything is going to go to plan on the outing, because it might not, because somebody may become sick even before the outing, and the outing may have to be cancelled and rescheduled, or you may have to find an alternative destination that is not too far to go. Here's my offside.
Yeah, really check the location, the weather, if you have everything with you, because when you really plan out your day and your managers know where you're going, mostly everything will turn out fine and you'll all be in a happy, good environment, non-stress.
And don't just assume that you've discussed it with your manager, because you can't just plan a long trip and not discuss it. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, it's really silly to just plan all this thing and then no one knows about it, because it puts you at risk of many things that you don't want happening in a...
Because an accident might happen in the van, or someone could be violently ill on the way to the destination. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, someone might be very ill. In that case, you really have to consider if it's a good day to go with them, because they might be really sick and they might have to go to their house, or you have to contact the manager, or in worst case scenario, the ambulance.
So you can't just plan an outing and not have everything knotted out. That's not how you plan an outing. And it's no good driving the buses with 3/4 of the tank of diesel, because you might think, oh yeah, we've got enough diesel to get to and from the destination, but not in that case. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, make sure you always fill up before the day. Fill it up to full so that you don't have to stress about getting more petrol on the day, because...
And it's diesel.
Oh, sorry, diesel, yeah.
So make sure that you know where your fuel card is to pay for the fuel, because fuel is not free. And another thing you shouldn't do is don't just say go off and not make a time when you're going to be back, because somebody's taxi may arrive at 2:30 and you're not back at this time. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, always make sure you're there before the taxi comes.
And if you are going to be late, guys, just ring up and say that we're late coming back. Well, coming up after the break on the show, we're going to be talking about how to rely on each other on an outing. So that's coming up. But the weather, the sun is shining at the moment, but I don't think it will stay out for too long. So after the break, relying on each other as an on and outing.